Hello and welcome to this lesson titled Setting Up Company in QuickBooks Online. This lesson is part of Setting Up QuickBooks Online module within the topic called Getting Started. After completing this lesson, you will be able to sequence in the correct order the steps enabling setup and customization of company settings in QuickBooks Online. Before we get started, may I remind you that you will gain much more benefit from this lesson if you use the handbook that accompanies it. The handbook can be downloaded from the home page of QuickBooks Online Certification Program. When you have the handbook open to this lesson, click the next button to start the lesson. In this lesson, I will discuss and demonstrate the following: basic company settings, settings for sales forms, and settings for expenses. Company. You can give the name of your company, the contact information, select the accounting method, and if you have multiple products and services that you sell, or if you want to know the profitability of different cost centers, you can enable track classes. In case you have business located in multiple locations, you can enable track locations in order to know the profitability of each location. The location label can be selected from the drop-down list. The customer label gives you an option to select from a drop-down list names of the customers depending on the business that you are in. Sales. You can customize the look and feel of invoices, the style, header, columns, footer can be customized for your invoice. Whatever you choose here will be your default customizations. Sales form content. You can choose the default invoice terms, shipping, invoice fields can be customized, custom transaction numbers, service date, discounts, and deposits can be enabled. Products and services. If you sell products and services, and in order to know the quantity on hand, you can enable quantity and price rate and quantity on hand. By enabling these options, the software will track the inventory on hand. Messages. You can choose a default message that can be sent with the sales forms. The email message that you choose here will automatically accompany all the invoices that you email to your clients or customers. You can also enable emailing you a copy of the invoice that you sent out to your clients. A default message can also be selected for estimates. Online delivery. Email options for sales forms can be selected. You can attach sales forms as PDF. You can also choose whether you want to show summary in the sales forms that is sent in an email, or you want to show details in the sales forms which are sent through the email. Email options for invoices. You can enable attach invoice as PDF. Statements. You can choose whether you want to list each transaction in a single line or you want to include all detailed lines. You can also show aging table at the bottom of the statement. Expenses. You can show items table on expense and purchase forms, track expenses and items by client. In case of out-of-pocket expenses, you can make expenses and items billable. You can also enable markup and give a default rate of markup here. You can track billable expenses and items as income either in a single account or in multiple accounts. Similar to default invoice terms, you also have default bill payment terms. You can turn on the purchase orders, and you have the option of selecting and customizing the purchase order fields. You can also write a default message that will flow along with all the purchase orders. To summarize, in order to know the profitability of multiple products or services or different cost centers, you need to enable the class tracking. Profitability of businesses in different locations can be known by enabling track locations. For out-of-pocket expenses, you need to enable billable expense. Invoices can be created and emailed from within the software. Before moving to the next tab, you would always like to save the settings that you have chosen.